guys, welcome to math class today. Let's get started with our lesson. We are talking about multiplying money. This is lesson 61 on pages 121 through 122. Looks like this with the Oakland Bay Bridge on the front of your page. All right, multiplying money is actually really simple. All you do is multiply like normal, but at the end you have to add in your dollar sign and your decimal point. Look at this first example. This is the same as is in the blue box at the top of your paper. $47.25 times 6. Okay, to multiply, I just start doing like I always do. 6 times 5 is 30. Put my first digit down and carry the second. 6 times 2 is 12. Plus 3 is 15. Put down the 5, carry the 1. 6 times 7 is 42. Plus 1, 43. Put down the 3, carry the 4. 6 times 4 is 24. Plus 4, 28. So there's nothing left no other place to carry it, so I go ahead and put it down, the whole number, 28. Now for my dollar sign and decimal point. Here's my decimal point, there's my dollar sign. Remember that with money, your decimal point, you always have to count 1, 2, and then put your decimal point. And your dollar sign goes all the way at the end. So it's $283.50. Let's try another example. This is number 1, letter A in your book. So do it with me. We have $37.04 times 6. So we start at the very beginning. 6 times 4 is 24. Very good. Put down my 4, carry my 2. 6 times 0 is 0. That's right. Anything times 0 is 0. Plus 2 is 2. Nothing to carry, so I just go to the next problem. 6 times 7 is 42. Very good. Put down my 2, carry my 4. 6 times 3 is 18 plus 4, 22. All right, my dollar sign goes at the very end. I count 1, 2 to put my decimal point. $222.24. All right, so you have to do letters B, C, and D all by yourself. Let me know if you need any help with those. All right, let's move on to exercise 2, letters A and B. We're going to work them together, so make sure you do the steps with me. N plus 7 equals 25 plus 2. Remember, the first step is to add what you have, or to simplify what you can, to do what you can in the problem. I can add 25 plus 2. I don't need any more information to solve that, so I'm going to go ahead and start there. What is 25 plus 2? 27. Very good. So my problem is N plus 7 equals 27. Now, to get n by itself, I have to do the opposite. The opposite of adding 7 is subtracting 7. So I'm going to subtract 7. Whatever I do to one side, I also have to do to the other side. So I have to subtract 7 from here too. Now you might be thinking, Miss Ashley, this looks a little different than how you did it before. Yes, it does look a little bit different, but it's the same thing. Instead of writing the minus 7 next to the plus 7, I wrote it just below. 7 minus 7. And that is 0. So n plus 0 is just n. So I'm left with n. Now I have 27 minus 7, which is 20. Now I need to check my problem by putting 20 where n used to be. So I have 20 plus 7 equals 25 plus 2. 20 plus 7 is 27. 25 plus 2 is also 27. So since my numbers match, then n equals 20 is my answer. All right, let's do letter B together. N plus 4 equals 9 times 4. I'm going to start with what I know I can solve, which is 9 times 4. What's 9 times 4? 36. Very good. So I have n plus 4 equals 36. Now I have to do the opposite of what I'm doing to n. Well, I'm adding 4 to n, so the opposite is to subtract 4. Whatever I do on one side, I have to do the same thing on the other side. So that gives me n on this side because 4 minus 4 is 0, so it cancels out. 36 minus 4 is 32. So n equals 32. 32 plus 4 equals 9 times 4. Now we're checking it, putting 32 where n used to be. 32 plus 4 is 36. 9 times 4 is 36. My answers match, so that means n equals 32. All right, number 3 on this page says to fill in the blanks with greater than, less than, or equals. Remember your symbols, greater than, less than, and equals. The smaller n goes to the smaller number, the bigger n to the bigger number, and of course we use equals if they're the same on both sides. So look very quickly at letter A with me. You have 10 plus 7 and 2 times 9. In order to compare them, you have to solve them first. What is 10 plus 7? Andrea? 17. Very, very good. What is 2 times 9, Billy? 18. So, is 10 plus 7 less than, greater than, or equal to 2 times 9? Less than, because 17 is less than 18. And you solve the rest of them just like that. Okay, turn over your paper and let's look at the next exercises. Okay, let's get started with number 4 on page 122. This is a listening skills question. So listen as I read the problem. You need to show the work in the workspace. Here's your problem. Ava and her sister organized their closet by putting pairs of their shoes in boxes. So they were limpiando, organizando in their closet, putting the parejas of their zapatos in cajas. They have 24 shoes, 24 zapatos. How many boxes do they need to store all of their shoes? Listen to it one more time. Ava and her sister organized their closet by putting pairs of their shoes in boxes. They have 24 shoes. How many boxes do they need to store all of their shoes? So they have 24 total shoes. But shoes come in pairs. How many shoes are in a pair? 2, right? So that means you have 24 shoes that you need to divide into groups of 2. And I want to know how many groups of 2 I have. So this is what you need to write in the workspace. 24 divided by 2 to find how many groups of 2 shoes. And that's how many boxes they will need. So go ahead, write that in your workspace and solve the problem. Okay, number 5 says use rounding to the nearest hundred to estimate the answers. So for letter A, let's do it together. I need to round each one of my addends to the nearest hundred so I can get an estimated answer. Let's start with 590. I'm rounding the 5. I need to look at the 9 to tell me what to do. Is that 5 or greater, so I round up, or is it 4 or less, so I keep it the same? It's 5 or greater, I round up. So the 5 becomes a 6. Everything else behind it is a 0, so it rounds to 600. 210. I'm rounding the 2. I look at the 1. What hundred does it round to? 200, very good. 650. I'm rounding the 6. I look at the 5. What does it round to? 700. Excellent. Now I add it together. All of my zeros are 0. 6 plus 2 is 8. Plus 7 is 15. So my estimated answer is 1,500. You do not need to solve this problem, just the estimated answer. All right, letter B, you need to round 720 to the nearest hundred and 380 to the nearest hundred. Letter C, you need to round 940 to the nearest hundred and multiply it by 6. You can't round 6 because it's only in the ones place. All right, and number 6, divide and check. I want to see how you guys do on your own with this one. Number 7, mark the circle under the correct number. I'm going to read you the number. 255,707. 255,707. Okay, look carefully for which number that matches. And your brain booster, you have a number pattern, and you need to decide what number comes next. So 3, 8, 13, 18. What number is next? And then it says, what did you do to each number to get the next number in the sequence? I'll give you a hint. You have to add something. So what do you add to each number to get to the next one? Then add that to 18 to get the next number in the sequence. All right, that's it for today's lesson. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye.